Well, what I got are some rocks to keep me from you. I don't know what your rocks are, but I know what my rocks are. Maybe it's some hurts that I caused. You know, those things that I did to somebody else and I wish that I hadn't, and they've stood in the way of my being in relationship with you, because if I come back, it's going to remind me about that hurt. So I hang on to that rock. Maybe for you, it's painful memories. Maybe it's a rock that stands in the way of your freedom to be able to walk, because you remember the pain that is in those memories. Maybe for you, it's the rock of negativity. You know, the stuff that gets in the way of seeing what's possible, because all you can think of is why it won't work. It's a big rock. Makes it hard to believe that you can do something else. Maybe it's your fears. Maybe the fear is at the bottom of what stands in your way to be able to move. And yet, what do we hear Jesus say over and over again? Be not afraid. Maybe it's unwillingness to change. Maybe your rock is unwillingness to change. You know how many church trustees it takes to change a light bulb? Change? Maybe it's hurts that others caused me. Don't we love those grudges? We want to just nurse those puppies right along because they get a life of their own, and it doesn't matter how long ago it was. I remember 30 years ago when you... Can the grace that we find for ourselves go to others? Maybe the rock for you is control, or its conjoined twin, accommodation. Control and accommodation. They're both destructive. They both tear us apart. As conjoined twins, they are both cannibals because they eat our soul. They share the same parents. The parents are fear and lack of self-confidence. Conjoined twins can find the cure in trust and faith. Maybe your rock is drugs or addictions or things that stand in your way of being yourself, unadorned, in front of Christ. Or maybe your rock is your own past mistakes. If God's forgiven you, why can't you? Grace is such an incredible gift because it turns rocks like this one into sand. Or maybe your rock is grudges. the grudges that we don't want to let go of because they've become our friends and they're comfortable and we're used to them. It's like that pain in your knee that you wouldn't know what to do with if it went away because it's become your friend. It's a friend that doesn't love you. Or maybe your rock doesn't have a name. Maybe it's a rock that you can't name because it stands so scary to name that if you named it, you feel like it would take you apart. It's a rock like that the grace of Jesus Christ stands boldly against and says, no, you don't understand. I've called you to something greater. You know, my bag is a whole lot lighter now because I don't carry those rocks. And I can go someplace. Trinity Church, what are your rocks? Are they personal rocks? Are they rocks that stand in the way of vision? Trinity Church, you're invited to go places. And I already see it. I absolutely already see it. And I think for you, if you want to know where you're going, I think Isaiah had to tell it to you this morning. You see, Isaiah hears what God has called him to do and says, but everything I've tried is nothing in vanity. It doesn't go anywhere. And God says, you know what? You're right. You're right. That's too light a thing. I'm not just going to have you call all the tribes of Israel back. I'm going to give you as a light to the nations that reaches the ends of the earth. Trinity, it's too light a thing to be a bright light in the city of Akron, to draw to you the churches of this area and show them a vision and a possibility for ministry, to be in a place where you can transform a city that is left on tires that are no longer manufactured, on joblessness, on mortgage problems, on pains, on poverty. It's too little a thing to ask you to cure that. I, says God, am going to make you as a light for the nations that will be seen to the ends of the earth. Friends, you may find yourself at a high water in your ministry. Your boats may be filled with fish. But if you leave the stones behind and come, says Jesus, and follow me, you can't imagine the fishing grounds we're going to find. God bless you and thank you for your ministry.